Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all my favorite single shadows from Colourpop. This video was requested by a subscriber, so thank you, Anna, for giving me a video idea for today. So let's go ahead and jump into the single shadows. So what I will say right off the bat is I'm not going to be showing you guys the only single shadows I own from Colourpop. I'm showing you my favorites. I own like two big 40 pan palettes, other single shadows, but I'm only going to show you my favorite one. This one just has all of my extras I use occasionally, but this isn't my go-to single shadows from Colourpop. These are just my fun ones, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys the best of the best in this palette right here. Also, I will say with this is don't go out and buy this big palette and pay for every single shadow inside individually, because that will be $100. Wait until Colourpop is having a sale. They have a BYOB sale where it's bring your own palette or whatever. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but basically you can get this entire palette and all the shadows inside for only 40 bucks, which is a way better deal. You get a ton of shadows and a palette to go with it. So I recommend waiting until there's a sale like that. I don't think there's currently one right now, but they have them so often. So just wait until there's a sale. Don't go out and buy these palettes because you're literally gonna be wasting your money. Wait until there's a sale. Yeah, let's go ahead and just open her up. So here is all of my favorite single shadows from Colourpop. I mean, honestly, did you guys expect anything different? I'm filming. I'm filming. I'll let you know when I'm done. I mean, truly, did you guys expect anything different when I was gonna open this palette? These are my kind of tones. What might be a shocker to a lot of you guys is there's not a lot of warm tones in here. I typically don't buy singular warm tone shadows from Colourpop just because I own so many other palettes that have warm tones in them that I don't feel the need to buy singular warm tones. I either buy grungy cool tones or colorful ones that you saw on the other palette. So yeah, these are more my grungier, mustardy, greeny kind of tones. Tones I still wear quite often, just not my typical everyday neutral brown warm tone eyeshadow palette. So these are my favorite. They're a little bit different. I still love this palette, and I do have it on my eyes today. I'll tell you guys what shadows I'm wearing and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about each shadow one by one and swatch them for you. So here is the first shade I have here in the palette. This is called Ready or Yacht. It's a really pretty champagne pinky color. I really like using this as a nice brow bone highlight of some sort. I don't know how well you guys can see that. It's not really a super metallic shimmer that I'd wear on my lid, but it is a really pretty brow bone highlight. Ugh, it's so hard to see on camera, but there she is. Really pretty color, really good for pinky purpley looks to add as a brow bone highlight. But I like this color a lot for my pinkier looks or my warm tone looks. So yeah, here is Ready or Yacht. This next shade right here is called I Owe You. This is a really nice transition shade. It's a pinky brown kind of color, pinky browny orange color. Again, really pretty for my purpley pinky looks that complement the other shades I have here in the palette. It's a really good nice everyday transition shade if you're into the pinky tones. This next shade I absolutely love for a couple reasons. One, because the name is called Thank You Next. Huge Ariana Grande fan if y'all didn't know, and I love this color so much. It definitely reminds me a lot of Ariana Grande. It's a really metallic pinky rose gold. Oh my god, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love this. It has a duochrome flip to it to where there's some gold in there. Absolutely stunning. I love the color Thank You Next. It is so freaking pretty. Okay, next up we have a color that I have in my crease today. This is the color Paper Tiger, and I have it in my crease today. It is the main shadow you do see in my crease. Literally the most perfect transition-y, mustardy, Dijon kind of color. Absolutely beautiful. I love this so much. It's so pigmented but still so blendable. It's so just buttery, and I love it for my mustardy looks. As you can see, it's just the perfect color for a dirty, grimy, dingy makeup look. Okay, this next shade I also have in my crease as well. This is the shade Conundrum. I have it to deepen up the Paper Tiger shade. It's a nice mid-tone brown color. It's absolutely perfect for deepening up Paper Tiger. It has a bit of that pinky coolness to it to where it doesn't make the look too warm tone. It keeps it in the nice mustardy family that I want to keep it at. So yeah, there is the shade Conundrum. The last shade I have in the top row is this shade called High Strung. This shade I actually don't wear too often, but still one of my favorites. It's a really pretty cool tone shimmer. It has a lot of purple reflect to it. It's perfect for a really cool tone look. Again, I don't wear cool tones too often, but I have it in my favorites because it is a really pretty color for when I want a cool tone look. So yeah, here is the shade High High Strung. There is the entire first row. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe the swatches off now. Next up I have the shade Lay Low. Again, this is a really nice pinky transition shade. I like to use this to deepen up the shade I own you. So I'll use this in my crease at first and then use this shade to kind of deepen up if I'm going for a pinky purpley kind of look. There's a shade Lay Low, really pigmented, gorgeous, vibrant pink without being like a neon pink. It's stunning. Okay, this next shade is called Take Flight. Really pretty, vibrant yellow. I love using this in like my greeny eyeshadow looks. Such a nice, vibrant yellow, perfect for in the crease if you wanted to do like a green kind of like foresty eyeshadow look. Absolutely stunning. I think it's so perfect. Complements the green eyeshadow so well. You could also just kind of wear this all over your lid and call it a day if you want to go for like a monochromatic yellow look. Or if you wanted to do like a really bright mustardy look, like if you want to take this look and make it brighter, you could put it in the crease to complement the Paper Tiger shade. I didn't do that today because I didn't feel that kind of vibe, but it is really pretty when you do that. This next shade is the Perfect Silver. This is the color on a Whimsy. Literally the most perfect cool toned blue true blue toned silver. It's just so pretty. It's so reflective. It looks like chrome, but like in a really good way, you know? So yeah, there is the shade on a Whimsy. Sticking with like the silvers and the grays, this is the Perfect Matte Gray. I have never used a matte gray as perfect as this one. I feel like other matte grays can be really like patchy and they don't blend properly. This matte gray is perfect. It's pigmented but blendable. This is the shade Take the Lead. Again, really pretty, true, like a gray color. If you like cool tones and you like grays, it's like the most pigmented gray I have ever seen in my life. Most grays look so chalky and dusty, but this gray is literally the perfect gray. So if you're into like super cool tone looks, I recommend checking this gray color out because it's going to be perfect for your cool toned gray, silver, smoky eyes. This next color is called Snake Eyes. Again, really perfect if you like cool tone looks. I feel like this palette I have here is definitely like a vibe. Like there's definitely a theme. So yeah, there is Snake Eyes right there. I feel like I blended those past three shades like into each other, but it's all right. It's a really like nice cool tone, has a bit of a purpley pinky tint to it. Really pretty on like blue eyes, I would say for sure. Pinky undertones really complement blue eyes and make them like pop. So yeah, if you have blue eyes and you want to do like a cool tone look, Snake Eyes is for you. Next up we have this deep purple here called Sleeper. Really pigmented, vibrant, deep purple, perfect for deepening your crease for pinky purple looks or deepening your outer edge. It's just a really nice purple. It's really hard to find a deep purple this pigmented, so I really think Colourpop did a good job with this color Sleeper. There is the second row in my single shadow palette from Colourpop. I feel like the first two rows were like the boring rows, like they are full of like transition shades and like, you know, just different kind of colors to build up your crease. The next two rows I feel like are my favorite rows. I feel like these have the most like pretty deep vibrant colors. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Row number 3, the first shade I have here is the shade Glass Bowl. I have for sure read about this color before. I just can't remember what video it was. I love this color because it's a shimmer without being like too pigmented. It's like the perfect eyeshadow topper. It has like that blue brown reflect. Absolutely gorgeous. You could put this on top of a black shadow and get like a really cool like midnight like whimsical look. You can put it on top of a blue shadow and get like a really nice duochrome flip. I just think it's a really pretty topper shade if you want to add like a nice whimsical duochrome flip in like a blue-brown kind of look, you know? I just think it's really pretty, super unique in my opinion. Okay, one of my favorite shadows in this entire palette is the shade Carrot Cake. Y'all know I love my green and yellow shadow, and this is like the perfect in-between shimmer shade. Absolutely stunning. Oh my god, look at that. It's like the most vibrant green yellow shimmer I've ever seen. Absolutely stunning. Super unique. I feel like there's not a ton of shades like this on the market. Some of the other shades are definitely in other palettes, but this one I feel like is super like unique to Colourpop and their single shadow formula. So yeah, Carrot Cake, bomb. This next shadow I have in my look right now, this is the shade Tiki. It's a really nice yellow. I did use it to blend out the shade Paper Tiger, so it's like in the very top part of my crease. Really nice shade to blend out the Paper Tiger color. I feel like it's like the perfect yellow to where it's not too bright. It's not gonna be like too intense, which I mean, you can use the more intense yellow I talked about earlier. Use the yellow I mentioned earlier to blend out Paper Tiger and it would be like a really intense yellow. But if you wanted more of like a neutral, like laid back kind of look, this shade right here, Tiki, is perfect for blending out Paper Tiger. Also perfect for blending out green looks. I have like a theme here with this palette, as you can see. This next shade I have in my lid in the inner corner part, this is the shade 20 something. I actually own 2 of these because I love the color so much. It is like the perfect gold for my eye color and skin tone. Absolutely stunning. It's like the perfect true gold without being like too yellow or too like yellow toned. It's like absolutely just perfect. It's like rich, money gold. And this next shade I have actually all over my lid as a shimmer, so like kind of like right there before we get into the matte. This is the shade Two Birds. This is like the perfect and only shimmering mustard shade I have ever seen. Most mustard colors are matte, and that's perfectly fine. I love a good matte mustard, but you never see a matte shimmering mustard color until this one right here, and that's why I love it so much. I think, again, it's so unique to Colourpop. I feel like no other brand has shimmering mustard tones because they just don't. Everyone wants to make the warm tones and the browns and the neutrals and the golds, but no one wants to do a shimmering mustard color, and I love you, Colourpop, for it. Okay, then the last color in this row is the shade Top Notch. Again, really pretty pinky toned brown. Again, really perfect for blue eyes. Like I said, this palette has a general like look and theme to it. I did use this color in like my outer corner to build up to get to the dark brown black I'm gonna mention here in a little bit. So it's like another shade I'm using in my outer edge here. It's really hard to see, but it is there. Really pretty color, blends out nicely, smooth, buttery. Again, perfect for blue eyes. So there is the third row in my single shadow palette from Colourpop. Really pretty. And the last row is probably like my most favorite. It's like the darkest and dirtiest and grimiest and dingiest. I'm a weirdo, man. Other shade we have here is the shade Conjure Up. Really pretty deep matte foresty green. Perfect for going in my outer corner or to deepen the crease for like my green eyeshadow looks. It looks kind of patchy when swatching it, but it's not patchy when you put it on your eyes. I know it doesn't swatch the best, but it is a really good green eyeshadow. I promise I would not steer you guys wrong. Last shimmering green I have in the palette is this one called Tea Garden. This is more like a muted kind of shimmering green. It's definitely not as intense and reflective as Carrot Cake, but it's still a really pretty green, really pretty like duochrome shift. I'm going for more like a laid back kind of green, like it's green eyeshadow, but it's not like boom in your face green. I will use this shade because it's more like cooled down, more like toned down, not as like boom in your face as Carrot Cake. So yeah, really pretty color. I love Tea Party or Garden Party. What's it called? Tea Garden. Combination of the two. Next shade I like using again for my pinky purple looks to deepen the crease some more. This is the shade Going Steady. These aren't swatching well anymore. I think it's because I've like wiped my hand off so many times with a makeup wipe and now it's like looking poopy. Okay, this next color I have on my outer edge to deepen the crease a little bit. This is the shade Feathered. Really pretty, nice, neutral toned, deep brown. I feel like most deep browns are either warm toned or cool toned. This is very neutral in my opinion. Again, perfect for like my mustardy kind of looks like I have on today. Really pretty, just true neutral brown. This next shade is perfect for deepening up purple looks without having to use black. This is the shade Cloud 9. It's a really pretty like brown, but it has like that eggplanty kind of undertone to where it's not, again, it's not super cool toned or super warm tone. It's like perfect for purple looks because it's still like brown and dark, and you can use it to deepen a purple or pink look, but you won't like have to add black if black is too intense for you. So I think it's perfect for that kind of vibe. Last shade I have here is a matte black called Let's Do It. I do have it in the very, very outer corner here today. So yeah, there's Let's Do It. Really pretty, really intense black. There is the fourth and final row of my single shadows from Colourpop. Favorite single shadows from Colourpop. So yeah, that was all my favorite single shadows from Colourpop. Like I said, I do have more from Colourpop, but these are like the best of the best. If I was going to travel, I would take this palette with me. These are my most favorite single shadows from Colourpop. I find these to be the most like unique or ones I would actually wear like when I travel or on like a daily basis. Like I said, again, I would not buy any of these until they are on sale. Like, might as well get your money's worth if you're going to be buying a bunch of single shadows. I will list all the single shadows I talked about in order down below, and I'll also leave a link to Colourpop's website to their singular shadows, so you can check them out if you want to. Not spawns, it's just easier for you guys if I do it that way. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was interesting and helpful for you. Colourpop has so many singular shadows that if you didn't like a lot of these, there are still so many they have to offer, so I will definitely leave the link for them down below. But besides that, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.